Catherine Kyle here from greenthickies.com. Today is day 22 of my 28-day leaf system challenge, and I have been doing the challenge now for 3 weeks, so I want to give you the results of my last week on the leaf system. And I did promise you that I would be completely honest throughout this journey, that I am shooting one video every day and that I am not taking a break in the middle if something happens. And last week, as you know, life did happen, and for about 4 days I didn't stick 100% to the leaf system. I did for about 2 or 3 meals, but I had far too much to eat in the evening after that, and it definitely took its toll on my results. So this is why I urge you to try your very, very best to stick 100%, because even just a few deviations can make all the difference in terms of your success. So I actually, for the 4 days that I was overeating, I think I put on over 2 pounds. And I was thinking, oh no, this is it. I've got to do the 28-day challenge, and I'm doing this video series, and I can't come to you without results. So it really, really motivated me to get back on track. And for the last 2 days, I've been back 100% on the leaf system, and I did manage to lose all the weight that I put on, plus a quarter of a pound. So I am quarter of a pound lower than last week, which I am still happy about, because considering I just really blew it in a big way for 4 days, quarter of a pound down, it's still going in the right direction. So I'm actually over the moon about that, and I hope that encourages you, because you will have those weeks where you may not have lost any weight at all, or it may have gone down slightly. You may not have even realised that you've deviated from the leaf system, or maybe you've stuck to it 100% and you just don't know why. But sometimes these things just happen, and as long as the trend is generally downhill, then just congratulate yourself. You're doing amazing, just keep going. That's what I keep telling myself, and hopefully in the final week I will have some much more dramatic, well, I say dramatic, at this stage I would really just expect to be losing maybe 1 to 2 pounds a week. So if next week I've lost 1 to 2 pounds extra, then I will be over the moon, because I know that I will just keep doing the leaf system until I reach my ideal weight, and then I can relax a little bit for a little while, and then I'll go back on it 100%, and that's just the way I like to do it. So that's my results, and I measured myself. It seemed pretty much the same as last week, to be honest, so I'm happy anyway. Might not be brilliant news for you, might not be very entertaining, but still, that is life. I'm happy with that. And today what I want to talk to you about is fat. Now, there are so many different beliefs about fat floating around out there, and a lot of people who may not be so into reading the latest health news might still have in their mindset the trend that fat makes you fat. And now that has been disproved. There was studies done, I think it was in the 80s, where it was shown that fat, especially saturated fat, makes you fat and is really, really bad for you. And it turns out that not only was that study not done accurately at all, so you couldn't rely on the findings, but actually it was done by the people who wanted to sell their products based on the findings. So people who made margarines, and they had a lot of different types of fat. And as we know today, margarines are really, really bad for us. That kind of fat is highly processed and highly toxic, and it's one of the worst things that you can possibly eat. So it is nothing to do with saturated fat, it is to do with trans fat and anything that has been highly processed, and oils that go completely rancid, like vegetable oils, are very, very bad for you. So back to the question, does fat make you fat? Well, it is true that fat does contain a higher number of calories than anything else that you could eat for the same for the same amount. So does that actually mean it makes you fat? Well, not necessarily, because lots of people have proven that they can follow other types of diets where they eat a high amount of fat and they still lose weight. So it is actually possible to eat a lot of fat and still lose weight. But does that mean it's healthy? Now, there's lots of things floating around out there about different types of high fat diets, and my personal opinion is that a very high fat diet is not healthy in the long run. But that doesn't mean to say I advocate a very low fat diet either. I think that we definitely do need fat in our diet for good health and for our bodies to work properly, and that means for our bodies to be able to lose weight in a healthy way and not shut down and not keep clinging onto all that weight. So we definitely do need fat in our diet, because it can cause all kinds of problems, hormonal problems, and that you can get all kinds of problems that stop you from losing weight no matter what you do. So yes, fat is definitely crucial, but the type of fat that you eat is more crucial than anything else. So the types of fat that are really good for you are the types that come from whole food. For example, nuts, seeds, coconut, avocados. They are all extremely good for your health, and you can put all of them in your smoothie, and it helps to satiate you, makes you feel full and satisfied and not hungry for as long. So that is why I add fat into every single smoothie that I make. This is a major component of the green thickie. That's what makes it a complete balanced meal, is because it has enough healthy fat for one meal. It doesn't mean it has too much fat, because I think we can have too much of a good thing. I think we need a perfectly balanced amount of macronutrients. So the amount of fat that I recommend is between 10 to 20% of your diet. It can vary. Sometimes you can have a high fat meal if you want, and other times you can have a low fat meal. If you just want to eat a bowl of watermelon, then that's great for one meal. And for the next meal, if you want to eat, say, maybe 1 or 2 avocados with a salad, then that's fine. It all balances out. But the leaf system is completely balanced. So every meal you have quite similar amounts of fat in each meal, apart from the meat-based meals, which naturally have more fat. So depending on how your body works, some people are more suited to meat-based food and that they just feel better eating meat, and other people feel better having less protein and less fat. So you've just got to work out what feels right for you. But personally, I eat meat sometimes, but not as often as I have done in the past. Maybe once a week, maybe even once a month. I just have to see. I think generally I eat more fat in the winter and much less fat in the summer. And again, if you eat like that over a year, it will balance out to be a healthy balance for you. So that is my take on fat. Fat is essential, and that's why we have it in all of the smoothies, but it definitely depends on the type of fat. I urge you to eat healthy types of fat, and you can have certain oils like olive oil, coconut oil, these are avocado oil, are all really good for you, but other types of oil, vegetable oils, are really not good for you at all, so please avoid those like the plague. Hope that's helped you, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, have a great day, bye.